Cutting scale, guys. Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are back again with more brave arsenal weapons to look at and everything. Of course, we are getting some brand new gear coming into the light, and when it brings a bunch of bangers back. But today we're going to be looking at one that it's kind of new. I understand somewhat why they're bringing it back in terms of as the brave, because obviously it's like the nostalgia hit. That's what this whole thing is about. But the one we're looking at today is going to be the Hung Jury SR4, which realistically has come back into this game a few times now as well. And it doesn't really have the same, I'd say, hype to it compared to other weapons. I mean, so many people already have their god rolls of this. It's of course going to get more rolls and everything. And I understand the Hung Jury back in D1 was a fan favorite. Honestly, one of the best scout rifles and probably the best primaries in the game at one point. So I understand why they're bringing it back in terms of it's a big hit from Destiny, but the gun has been in this game a couple of times and it's still relevant. Like, I could still go in with this in trials if I wanted to, in high-end GMs. You could still use the Hung Jury, so it is a bit weird that it's going back. But of course, it is going to be getting some really special rolls and everything. It's going to be getting that kinetic tremors with box breathing, which would be cool. Kinetic tremors with like Firefly or whatnot. It also getting rewind rounds and everything as well. It has a couple of good breaks, I'm not gonna lie. It's coming back with some decent ass rolls and everything like that. And it will be enhanceable, of course, because all these weapons will be eventually enhanceable once we get it to final shape. So without further ado, let's go into PvP with the Hung Jury SR4. Alrighty, so we are going to, of course, be on freaking Radiant Cliffs with the little Hung Jury that good and everything. And this is what it's going to be like in PvP or whatnot. Now, I do a box breathing on this. I actually don't. Guys, why am I the only one coughing? What is this? But actually, I'm not 100% sure if I can triple tap with this anymore with the new changes and everything. But it should still be pretty nice if we hit a headshot. Oh, you can. Okay, you definitely can. I hit 100 for a freaking crit. So yeah, box breathing on this will be really, really nice for triple tapping or whatnot. As I said, that's what makes this kind of interesting as a weapon in general. Oh, it's 1 HP. No, my God. We're so gonna rush, buddy. Buddy. Try to help you. And oh, you don't even freaking need any help, man. Just freaking tanked it. But yeah, you can kind of see that the scout rifle and everything. Scout rifles, I think, especially the 180s, they're not bad. But the biggest problem is that in terms of PvP, scout rifles just don't do too well too often because their time to kills can be pretty terrible sometimes, especially the 180 versions. But oh my God, with the box breathing, it's actually nasty. Scout rifles in general, PvP, they definitely do struggle, especially on the current maps you have in PvP. But as I said, when you get a box breathing sort of roll, it can actually be really, really sweet to go in with. Now, can I just not? Oh, that is not a freaking clone. What is that? Get him. I thought that was a freaking threaded specter because I keep freaking run into like a million of them. We're gonna come over here though with our box breathing. Let me hit a dome ski and yo, buddy. Final warning. Oh my God, we actually just nailed him. My God, this thing actually hits some freaking headshots with the box breathing. Ooh, you gotta like it sometimes. But yeah, I definitely will still say that when it comes to scouts, unless you got like a box breathing roll on this, you're gonna sort of struggle to use these in PvP a lot of the time. I mean, they're not the worst. It's just hand cannon will just do way more work for you and everything. Now, buddy, thank you. And they're all going to be coming this way, right? All right, boys. I've got the line of fire. We got this guy. Oh, okay. We got the 4 tapped. But that's what I'm saying. Like, without box breathing, you have to 4 tap with these 180s, which means that if you miss one shot, your time to kill is just going to exponentially go up. Now, I got box breathing going. I missed the shot. Oh, boys, let me go. No. I'm alive. How are we alive? What the? How are we alive? Oh, we ain't alive. I just got fisted so hard. I will say, scouts in general, they're always just kind of really about kind of maps. It's legit dependent. So if you're playing like trials this weekend, it is going to be multiplex. That's where scout rifles will do well. So it's legit kind of a case of, oh, you just got to get lucky with the map or whatnot. But if you are a guy who actually kind of likes these sorts of scouts, you actually can do work with them in PvP if you get used to them and everything like that. As I said, scouts are no slouches. Now, I'm trying to get this box breathing going so hard that I'm legit just aimed in the whole time. But yeah, you just gotta really, really like enjoy your scouts if you want to use these. I mean, pulse rifles on most maps will just do way more work for you. I know at the moment, oh, they definitely struggle a little bit more, but it's just generally speaking when it comes down to it, you're gonna see way more benefits using like a pulse rifle and everything because they just hit. They just freaking hit now, buddy. Oh, the hundreds. I can double tap, boys. Just get your heads back out here. I thought they'd all peek me, but like no one is here. Oh, get this guy though, and there we go. There's a double tap with the box breathing. Actually, I should do some insane damage, but yeah, scout rifles in general, they're just an acquired taste. That's the only way I could actually kind of describe these. I mean, you might use them. That guy just jumped off the map. Yeah, you did. You might use them every now and again in terms of certain maps, as I said, but for the most part, you're going to 100% be using other sorts of weapons. Like pulse rifles do work, even though they're like scouts in terms of like 150s will do work in terms of just triple tapping. 180s are definitely one of the struggling ones. And as I said, I know these sort of brave arsenal weapons are kind of just like the nostalgia effect, but You're 1 HP, buddy. Oh, buddy. No, I missed my frickin' dome. Oh, you want to reswing that, buddy. You got a bow. You don't want to reswing my ass? Yo, bro, get your ass back here. Oh my god, he frickin' ran away. Yo, where is the frickin' gentleman's duel, huh? Oh, I get this guy, though, and... Oh, there's the triple... Well, quad tap, because I missed the frickin' shot, but... As I said, when you get the quad or the triple tap going, it actually is really, really fun. It's just... I will definitely say that you're going to go in with other stuff. And I know these brave weapons, they're all kind of about... Oh, he's 1 HP, buddy. Wait, did he run away? Oh, he's out. I know all these brave weapons, though, they're all kind of about... going in with different sorts of weapons. I don't know why I peeked that. That was so stupid. But it's all about going in with weapons that are really nostalgic and feel juicy or whatnot and all that sort of jazz. But my biggest problem with the Hung Jury is that, as I said, it was really nostalgic when we first got it back. Well, we've gotten this back like 3 times now in D2. And at this stage, it's just kind of like... It's a weapon of D2 nowadays. It is still nostalgic to kind of go in with, but I just don't think it should be part of the Brave Arsenal. I think... Oh, with the box breeding, it is nice. But I just don't think it should be part of the Brave Arsenal. I think that... Those weapons should all be reserved to like super unique sort of old weapons like Luna's that was like Sunset and everything. Obviously other weapons too in terms of D1 like Elsie's freaking rifle, which is the Stranger's rifle. So yeah, this was just a kind of a massive miss for me when it comes to these brave weapons. And oh, buddy. Oh my god, we actually got him. Freaking Silk Strike just up in our ass like that. So freaking fast too. Oh, buddy died, thank you. Oh no, I'm so dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, you just killed this guy out there. Nice. But yeah, I just will say that it's definitely a massive miss for me when it comes to PvP and everything like that. I think that there was just better weapons. And why the worms always go for my ass? So legit a guy who freaking procced it and it's going for me. This isn't me as well kind of crapping on the Hung Jury or anything like that as well. Hung Jury has a special place in my heart, of course, from PvE and D1. I used to use this so much with that like extended mag. I had like a drum mag and I had the Firefly and everything. This used to legit be so freaking sweet. Ah, no, pop the well. Oh, so freaking dead if I didn't pop that. But yeah, I used to love this weapon in, of course, D1 because it used to be so good PvE. But I will definitely still admit that it's come back so much now in D2 that I just don't think it should be part of the Brave. I don't know. It's just, it has a GM role too, so it can be adept, meaning freaking adept rolls and everything as well. The only thing I'll give is that it will be enhanceable, of course, when it comes back and everything. Ooh, we get him. Box breathing for the win, boys. Well, I just think that overall, yeah, for the most part. Oh, I didn't have my freaking Celestial Fire going. But for the most part, it's just kind of... It's a really cool weapon. I love Hung Jury. It's just, I just don't think it should be part of these brave weapons. If it was never part of D2 at all, 100% I'll be like, oh my god, that would be really nice. And if I get this kill, oh my god, I just got like alley-oop by... I just got alley-oop by a freaking Sparrow. And did I not kill him? No, I freaking hit him. But yeah, for me, it's just, if it was never part of D2, I'd be sitting here going, oh my god, Hung Jury's coming back. Oh my... You seen it when it came back originally. Everyone was hyped. But now it's in D2. It's kind of hard to put it there. Maybe they wanted some form of scout, but it's just hard for me to put it there. I mean, there's other scouts they could have definitely used. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things with, of course, our Hung Jury and everything. This is where its bread and butter was in D1. As I said, this isn't me propping on of course, the Hung Jury. I really like the Hung Jury. It's just... It's part of the Brave Arsenal. It's just a bit weird for me. I mean, this is going to be the explosive payload role I did have. And the thing I will say that is that when it comes to the Hung Jury PvE, it actually has some decent rolls in D2. It has that kinetic tremors roll, which is, of course, great on, of course, this sort of weapon. What makes it interesting as a brave weapon, too, is that it's going to have that kinetic tremors roll in the 3rd column. So, realistically, it is going to be different to what you can kind of obtain now. And it's going to be a lot easier for people who don't really do GMs and everything to get, like, a really good roll. But for me, it's just, as I said, it's just not really as unique anymore. I mean, I love it, as I said, so much from D1, but it just doesn't give me that unique feeling to be brought back as a brave weapon. One of these weapons that are meant to be banned in the Crucible because they were so broken or so good or whatever. As I said, it's not even about a scout in D2 or anything like that either. Like, you can actually do some decent work PvE, especially, as I said, with that kinetic tremor roll or even the explosive payload. You can see it's great for ad clear or whatnot. It's just, I just feel like there were so many other scouts they could have even brought back. Even like the no feelings. Maybe they didn't want to bring back so many black armory, technically black armory weapons. I know that was a red weapon. But there's just so many kind of scouts they could have brought back. Just a conspirator they could have brought back, which is really dope in D2. As I said, Tread Upon Stars was back in D1 too, which was basically like a vision of confidence. There was so many more they could have probably brought back instead of Hung Jury, which I feel like people have just kind of had enough of. I mean, it comes back nearly every second, like, month of Nightfalls or whatever. So, as I said, I don't think it's bad or anything in D2 either. Like, this is still a really solid last scout rifle to kind of go in with, especially, as I said, if you get that kinetic tremors roll. is of course we get in the roll as well with kinetic tremors, and you can get dragonfly or something with it too, which will be really, really nice and everything. Guys, can someone come in and help me? I'm freaking fighting a whole freaking army by myself in a well. But we'll be getting, yeah, kinetic tremors in that third column, meaning that you can definitely go in with this and like a firefly or something for PvE, which will be interesting. Cascade points and everything too. But Bungie decisions aside, as I said, we're just going to review this weapon in of its entirety right now. I still think it's really nice in PvE in D2. I said it definitely has some really, really kind of unique roles to go in for. It feels nice as well as a 180 PvE. I think PvP as well with, of course, the box breathing, it is obviously really unique. And in certain maps, it actually can go in ham. Like I'm telling you, that Trials map with freaking multiplex, it will do obviously work for you and everything. It's just 180s, I definitely will say, will be more of the struggling sort of archetype. Like you see, even with like the explosive payload, it's nice, but 180s are definitely in the struggling archetype of scout rifle and everything. So I will definitely say, even if it does come back as a brave weapon, I don't think you'll see this over other weapons in PvE. There's not much util on this. Even the kinetic tremors, well, because this is kinetic, there's no real synergy between subclasses, which has always been the curse of kinetic weapons in general, don't get me wrong. But it's more as well that you're just gonna go in more util based weapons. So like solar weapons with incal and everything, arc weapons, vault shots, stabilizing rounds. Strand weapons are just gonna go ham as well because you've got strand abilities and everything. It's just the biggest fault of kinetic weapons. So even if this comes back as a goated freaking brave weapon, I don't see people really kind of grinding out for this. Maybe to get one roll, but you won't be seeing people grinding out like hell for this, because even a kinetic tremor firefly sort of roll, it's interesting, but it's not going to be anything revolutionary PvE. You're still going to have better util weapons to kind of go in with. So, well, that is it for me. And of course, the Hung Jury SR4 itself, as I said, it is a really, really nice weapon. I do kind of like the weapon in PvE and everything in D2 and whatnot. As I said, I don't think this is bad or anything. This isn't me saying this is a terrible weapon. It's a good weapon. It's just for the brave weapons, I just feel like most of them should have been kind of nostalgia weapons. I understand that some of them are good utility weapons. Like Forbearance isn't too old and it's there, and you got Edge Transit. That was more of a meme. But that's going to be good utility wise and stuff. So I understand, like, Forbearance is pretty much there to give everyone basically a god roll waveform. That's the only reason I can see that being there. Hung Jury, it doesn't even fit that sort of bill, because I don't think that this is going to be anything groundbreaking PvE or anything. As I said, the only thing I give it is that it's definitely a hallmark sort of weapon in Destiny, in terms of, if you ask anyone who played D1, did they use the Hung Jury, 9 times out of 10 they would say, yeah, that thing was freaking insane, D1. So I understand why Bungie, in terms of their kind of makeup of these brave weapons, why this is there. But I do think that since it's come back into D2, that nostalgia sort of trip has kind of already been hit. They could have brought back like Red Spectre or something, in terms of like the Red Depth one from D1. As I said, there's so many more interesting weapons that were in D1 or whatnot. And as I said, Hung Jury is just, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. Box breathing go in PvP and everything. And the new rolls will be really nice PvE. It's just, I just don't know, it just doesn't fit the freaking weapon for me. As I said, this isn't me saying this weapon is bad or anything. If you have a roll of this, it'll still do work, both PvP, PvE. For the most part, I just cannot say that this is part of that brave. It just doesn't hit the nostalgia as much as it used to, of course. But regardless, if you like the video, just like, and if you want to see more content, subscribe. Fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.